Okay. So I wanted to build on Lori's reflection from the last meeting about the roots and how they hold us all together. And so I wanted to continue that conversation through the Tlingit ways of understanding the forest. So the tribal value that I chose was we are stewards of the air, land, and sea. And while today I'll mostly be focusing on the forest, I wanted to recognize that our air, our land, and our sea are held and surrounded by one of the most beautiful forests, I think, in the world. I could not find a direct translation of "we are stewards of the air, land, and sea," but with Lori's help, I was able to find the Tlingit translation for "take care of the land," which you'll see here. And I did have some difficulty finding a fluent Tlingit speaker to help me feel confident with my pronunciation of this, and wanting to honor this language and give myself time to learn it properly and acknowledge that I am still learning. I chose a simpler and more accessible phrase. And I was also able to find the audio through Alaska Heritage Institute Multilingual Audio Library, which is awesome, to support the correct pronunciation.
Ask
Ask Ask
So with Áak'w do you see trees? Which is a pretty common phrase that my family hears from me when we're hiking. There's a lot of controls over here that I'm trying to like get out of the way. Okay. In Tlingit, Áak'w refers to the forest or wilderness and literally means inside the base of the trees. It reminds us that as we enter the forest, we're not just walking through scenery, we're stepping into a living space that holds us, gives us oxygen, and sustains life. I also want to highlight the beauty of the Tlingit language and the way that it sees even the smallest of details. There are words that describe the green plant on the tip of a tree branch, and another that refers to lichen growing on spruce bark, with the literal translation being foam around the tree. These words remind us that the forest is alive from its deepest roots to its very tips of its branches. And as a side note, humans are among the only living beings to see such a wide variety of the color green. And I just think that we're so fortunate to be living in such a rich world. So I'm going to play this.
Áak'w
So as spring comes, and it's also the time when the spruce roots are carefully gathered for weaving. Before harvesting, the harvesters thank the land and the weavers thank the trees for what they provide. And in the same spirit, I invite us to practice a moment of Shinrin Yoku, which is a Japanese practice known commonly as forest bathing. It's a practice of slowing down and intentionally connecting with nature and grounding through your senses. I encourage you to use your own version of this practice as a continuation of this conversation and as a way to get up from the stress of your day and step into Áak'w. I brought props, and I'm sorry for the people online that you can't smell all the cedar and the moss and the pine. So as a way of forest bathing or Shinrin Yoko or engaging in Áak'w, gently crush a leaf, a spruce tip, or a pine needle between your fingers, breathe it in. These natural scents, the forest's own medicine, are known as phytoncides. These help protect us against disease and restore us after a long winter. And as we thank the land for what it gives, may we also thank our bodies for carrying us through the darker season. In doing so, we allow the land and our own well-being to support one another as we continue to do the work that we do here. When I was a child, I spent many, many hours playing in the woods with my best friend, Jamaica, who was renowned Tlingit poet and scholar Nora Downhower's granddaughter. So I think that it's relevant that I leave you with this quote from her. It's from the collection that Eldred so graciously let me borrow the book. Sorry. It's from her collection, Ha Tu Tuangu Yis, for healing our spirit. Like the deer, I'm careful where I trod. I'm drawn to travel the trails and dirt roads to search for wander, to search for spring. So I hope that you get outside and let the forest take care of you and take care of the forest. Thank you for letting me share.
You did well, Nona.
Thank you.
And I really wish you could see the prop here in the middle of the table, smell it as well. It's just beautiful.
Oh, yes, and thank you to Wayne Price for letting me steal some cedar from carving. He said he has plenty of it.
It's a shame there's no Labrador tea.
Well, Nona, you didn't steal it. You acted reciprocity and it's full.